Salam, Bantu family. It's me, Mikhael Massa. How are you doing? Kembu to the Tanzania Mazulu. I think you're all doing good. We want to talk about Cameroon. Cameroon is in the Gulf of Guinea, in a Central African country. Varied terrain and wildlife. It's in the capital of Yaoundé, and its biggest city, the seaport Douala, are transit points to ecotourism sites as well as beach resorts like Kribi, near the Chute de Labo or Lobe. Waterfalls which plunge directly into the sea, and Limbe, where the Limbe Wildlife Center houses rescued primates. Now, as the most of us knows, many people in Africa, they do not even know that they are Hebrew Israelites. That's why it would be very nice if people in French would make a video also about the people from Cameroon, or in German language, or in Portuguese language, because the most people from Cameroon, Cameroonian people are very special. Cameroonian people are very special. They are we have very smart people in Cameroon. Bamileke, and other tribes. We will come to that soon. Very special people. But they also are educated. They have learned a lot, but they do not even know anything about the Hebrew Israelite awakening, or that they are Bantu, or that they Yaoundé, the capital, is also the name of Judah. All these things, many people in Cameroon does not even know that, and they do not even believe that. Cameroonian people, they are destroyed all over the world as well because of slavery, and also many went out of the country. Many of them have studied, and but they are not really interested to the truth. Many of them follow the white Jesus, etc. So, as you can see here, we have also very special waterfalls in Cameroon, and the Most High is very clear about Israel, and that's why we will go to the first verse of tonight, just to clear some things up before we will start, because Cameroon is very important. Very smart people, very smart and good people, and that's why we want to find some things out about them. Now, Salama. He say, this is We go to Exodus 3 and 8. And I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land to a good land, a broad land, a land flowing with milk and honey, to a place of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Ammonites, the Perizzites, and the Hittites. So, he took us out from Egypt, and he said he wants to give us a new land. So, which kind of land do you want to give us? A land where the Hamites lived before. We should inherit it. If we go to Deuteronomy 8 and 7, he say, for the land that you will have, that the Most High will give you, is a land of brooks, of water, of fountains and springs flowing out of the valleys and hills. And as you can see, Cameroon is a nice land. You can't find it in the Middle East. And Cameroon have the name of Yaoundé. Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon, is the name of Judah. Now, let us go to Cameroon cities. Because here we have Yaoundé, we have Douala. You see, some people in Cameroon speaks English, and the majority speaks French. And they have also their own languages, their traditional languages. The problem in Cameroon, we have also Muslims over there. So Cameroon is really a place that where the Edomites have put a spirit into. They do not really know what is really going on with them. This is the truth about Cameroonians. They do not like each other. They do not like each other. And this is also, so this means a lot of separation is there. And this is really not good. Now, Cameroon, Israel. Cameroon is Israel. The whole world can like it or not. Yaoundé, the capital, country, comes from the Hebrew word Yahudi. Yahudi. Now, means man of Judah. Messenger that the king Jehoiakim sent to Baruch to ask for the rolls containing the prophecies of Jeremiah. Yehudi then had to read it to the king, who, furious at the hearing of the predictions, cut the squirrel with the knife and threw it into the fire. This is Jeremiah 36, 14 to 23. You will find Yaoundé. So, you have the people of Yaoundé, as you can see here. The capital. Then you have the people of Mushi, the northern province. The name comes from the Hebrew word Mushi or Mushi. Now, means Levite. Means what? Means Levite. Means what? Means Levite, son of Merari, founder of a clan. Exodus 6 and 19. Numeri 3 and 20. Bamun, one of the provinces of the Hebrew word Hamon. You will also find it here. Okay. So you have here all the cities, and you will find some of them in the scriptures. Bamun, one of the provinces, comes from the Hebrew word Ammon, means village on the border of Asher. Now, the people from Bamileke comes from the Hebrew word Amoleke or Moleke, name of the queen sister Gilead. Several clans of Manasseh are from her. Ba comes from Ben. Bassa, name of the tribe from Nigeria that comes from the Hebrew word Basha. It means wicked. It is the name of the son of Ahiah of the tribe of Issachar. So this means you have a little mixture in Cameroon between the people from the north, like West Africa, and the Cameroonians. The Cameroonians, if you go to their history now outside of the scriptures, we will understand why all this is how it is. Here, the history of Cameroon. Cameroon was a German colony. Okay? In the early 19th century, there is considerable activity in Cameroon by British and American missionaries, but a German connection begins only when the Warman Company of Hamburg builds a warhouse in the 1868 on the estuary of the Wari River. Other German traders follow in sufficient numbers to send requests home for the appointment of a consul. Their hopes are met in full by Bismarck's dramatic decisions in 1884 to establish a German empire in Africa. Gustav Nachtigal arrives in Cameroon in that year to make a treaty with one of the local kings and to annex the region for the German emperor. Now, this first year is not without local troubles. Chiefs not party to the treaty with the German attack. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, colleges, village, and tear down the German flag. Unfortunately for them, the German warship Bismarck is in the vicinity. The result is savage reprisals followed in turn by the number of the Warman Company local representative. Now, this is very important now. But on the border international scene, Germany makes very satisfactory progress in negotiations begun at the Berlin Conference of 1884. France and Britain seat their local interests on the coast. Some 10 years later, in 1893 to 94, inland frontiers are agreed with British Nigeria to the west and French Equatorial Africa to the east. Finally, in 1911, in this ongoing game of colonial diplomacy, Cameroon is granted 104 square miles of French Equatorial Africa in return for acknowledged French right over Morocco. Now, then the French started to rule over Cameroon. And the British. That's why you have the separations. First the Germans, then you have the mixture between some Nigerians. They have also Muslims in Cameroon. You see? So not all Cameroonians are Bantu. Okay? This is what the most people does not understand, and they think that we are bringing separation inside these things. But no, not all of them are Bantu. And now there is a war between the French and the English. When World War I breaks out in 1914, allying France and Britain against Germany, the two German colonies on the Gulf of Guinea are in an impossible position. Both Togoland and Cameroon are sandwiches between British and French colonies. Within weeks of the start of the war, military action begins on the borders. By early 1916, the British and the French are in control of both German colonies. The two allies divided Togo and Cameroon between them, administering the regions adjacent to their own colonies. In the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, Germany renounces sovereignty over all her African colonies. The issues of who shall rule them is referred to League of Nations. Now, the Cameroon still today are paying monies to the French. Now, they received independence in 1960. Now, we have 2020. Okay? So, 80 years. 80 years. This is not even one generation. Just to show you that slavery is not away with. And we have to thank Tatan Zambi. And I do not understand why the most of the tribes does not understand that. Only 80 years you are free. You can say what you want in the internet. You are going to work. No one is beating you no more. You can even marry white people. You can spit on them. You can beat them. You know? So many things have changed, but no one is understanding anything. Now, the Tanzania is changing things so fast, and people think he's not working. So, Ahidjo, the first president of Cameroon, inherits a smoldering civil war against the supporters of more radical party, the UPC. It is gradually, if also brutally, won by the government, but the state of emergency becomes in the long term an easy way for Ahidjo to establish a repressive dictatorship. He is able to continue his rule from an unbroken period of 22 years and then to hand the presidency peacefully in 1982 to a successor of his own choice, Paul Biya. But the calm proves short-lived when it transpired that Ahidjo expects to retain broad control over the nation through his continuing leadership of the only party, the UNC, or Union Camerounaise. Now, a power struggle between Biya and Ahidjo lasts for 2 years. Third, Ahidjo himself is in exile in Senegal from 1983. It ends with an upspring by the Republican Guard in 1984 in favor of Ahidjo. When this fails, Biya is in undisputed control. Now, he continues to run a one-party state, forming his own new party, the Cameroon People Democratic Movement, but with a less heavy hand than Ahidjo. By the early 1990s, the pressure for constitutional change leads to elections in 1992, which are narrowly won by Biya and his party. In 1997, they win with a wider margin. On both occasions, there are complaints of electoral fraud. Now, internationally, Cameroon is engaged in a long dispute with its neighbor Nigeria over rights in the oil-rich Bakassi Peninsula. There are concurrential armed encounters on the ground, while the issue is considered by an international court of justice. So Cameroon is also not really far from Congo or something. Let me show the map. So, map of Africa. It's better. Map Africa. Okay. So can we will make a different map Africa, then we'll go to all. I want to show you something. Okay, here we are. So here's Angola. Here's Cameroon. And you see here directly Nigeria. Can you see that? The Nigerians, they live also in Cameroon. So the southern people from Cameroon. Here is Yaoundé, Douala. Here, the southern part of them are Israelites. Here, this part right here, the most of them not. And that's why, because of all this colonization in Cameroon, they don't care. I can't say that. I can't say, oh yeah, they love to be Israelites. No. They don't care. Now, if we go to the word Congolo, ancient Congolo, is derived from the Hebrew words. In the case we have kun, mean established, and gelo or golo mean exile. Today is called Congo. Okay? Now, we have the Benabeto or Bantu slave came from the following places along the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Zanji land or Zanzibar in Tanzania. One of the first places where slaves came true, and more accuracy is needed to determine the percentage. So this means here we need here some calculations in Zanzibar and Tanzania. But here in Congo, in Angola, here's the map. So we have here from this area here. Okay, from this area here, we have 40% of the slaves come from here. 40%. Then we have Southwest Africa, Mozambique, and Madagascar. 4.7%. This is here. Mozambique is here. And Madagascar is here. You see? These are the people that went into this area here, right here, to slavery. And some here to Somalia, etc. Now, 4.7%. Okay? Only. Now, because many people say, ooh, most of them, people in the Americas come from Nigeria, etc. You have 14.6% that came from Nigeria Delta and Cameroon. You see, they put them even together. This is the Equatorial Guinea as well, and Gabon. It's this part right here. Here is Gabon. Okay? But also people say Gabon, Congo. But you can see here Cameroon. So they put all this here. All this part here. All the people that went from here. You have here 14.6%. And then you have people that came from Gambia and Senegal. Also now we are going more to the west. 4.8% only. It's here. Senegal and Gambia. You see? Now, then you have people from Guinea. Okay, these are the most of you have to understand. The most people that flee from they flee from Africa. The most of them comes from where? I just giving you knowledge, huh? I just spreading out knowledge. It's not a lie here. The most of the people that came and go to Europe, Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, Gambia, Togo, Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon. Also, we have a lot of big people from many people who comes from Congo as well that flee from the land. You will not see so many South Africans going out of the land. You will not see Angolan going out of the land. You will not see so many Mozambican people going out of the land. You know. But what you will see is the many people from Mali, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia. These are the people. Morocco. All of these people, they hate their countries. It's not only that they hate, it's because of the violence and it's because of the violence and the crime that happens in their countries. That's why they're going all to Europe over Spain and over Greek. They pass here, this waters here, okay? They pass this waters here, and they go to the land of the Greeks. They pass Libya. You see this Libya, and some of them going directly to Italy. Others over Spain. Yeah. So, and like I have told you, Senegal and Gambia. Senegal and Gambia 4.7%, 4.8%. Nigeria only 14.6%. Okay, you have Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone 4.1%. Okay, these are the people that fled from the land. Liberia and Ivory Coast, 1.8%. Okay, just let me show you. This is Ivory Coast and Liberia. Slaves, we are talking about slaves, right? This is Ivory Coast, this is Liberia, and this is Sierra Leone. Slaves that came from here. Only 1.8%. So people can say whatever they want. Judah and the Hamites went into slavery. Judah and the Hamites went into slavery. Now, and then we have here Ghana. From Ghana, we have also 10.4%. And this is a lot for one country. Now, Ghana is here. So only from Ghana, we have more than from all these other lands here together. From Nigeria and Cameroon together and Gabon, we have 14.7%. So now, the movement of Bantu migration originated in the Congo and arriving in the Gulf of Guinea towards the end of 17th century and begins of the 18th century. Many tribes from Cameroon are Bantu, whose migration started from Congo Basin. To many tribal clans causes confusion, but somehow we are all related, but I personally do not worship my tribe, nor do I promote Congo, even to my ancestors were from Congo. Like those brothers on YouTube with, okay, here someone have wrote me that, so someone is against Issachar and what we say because they hate they hate us because we are talking too much about Congo, you know. Now, not all tribes call the Messiah Isaiah, yeah. That is the Kikongo language. So this is a brother that talks for the Cameroonians, and he said that not all tribes talk Kikongo, but we are also not. We also do not talking like. How can I explain? The Kikongo language is a spiritual language. Yeah, we do not talk French or, you know, Yoruba or something like that. From Congo, Congo means not only Congo, Congo means all the Bantu tribes. All the Bantu tribes had the name of Congo. Okay, now, he's saying, Congo causes when say Bantu or refer to all Bantu tribes, and there are all over 1,000 Bantu tribes in Africa, and not all Bantu tribal languages are the same due to mixing with Hamites, Assyrians, etc. Only Central Africa, Gabon, Cameroon, Angola, and Congo are similar languages. Some tribes, not all. So what he wants to say is that yeah, that many tribes have mixed. Okay, with Hamites and all these things. And this is what we are trying to say all the time. In Cameroon, every tribe has different name for Yah, Messiah. Most say Loba Yesu, not Yesaya. So the thing is, it's the many people say Yesu to Yesaya. Many. And this Yesu, not with J, but with Epsilon. How can I explain? This is how we call him. I can show it to you if I go to even to the songs and all those things. You will always find Yesu. But it's normal all over Africa. We call him Yesu. But also this comes also from Suis. Yesu. So this is all the truth. Now, some Cameroon tribes speaks languages similar to Lingala from Congo. So basically, some Cameroon tribes, their ancestors came Congo, but that does not mean they speak Kikongo. For Cameroon, the tribes that have Congo origin speaks language close to Lingala. Similar does not mean 100% pure Lingala. So, the mountain Sawa, as Prince Dika Akwa like to call them, family trees of Ngo and Tsongo, better known as Mbo. It looks like the Sawa people of Cameroon, Bakweri, Bakaka, Douala, Oroko. There are 10 subgroups or clans of Oroko, de Balongo, Badiko, Babolongo, Bananga, de Balue, de Batanga, de Bima, de Ekombe, Mbonge, Bakoko, and Golo. Bakundu, the Bakundu are Oroko people who come from Kundu in Congo around the 17th century and settled in the Beboka Indian division. They migrated from Beboka due to its hilly nature, which made crop cultivation difficult for them, and discovered the different Bakundu villages such as Itoki, Konye, Kumbe, Wone, Mbakwa, Supe, Masanja, Kokaka, Dipenda, Koba, Mbu, Ibemi, Mwangala, Samba, Liba, and Doi. So this is very easy for me to read because all this sounds like Congo. This has a Congo foundation. The founding fathers were Makambe, Matiba, Nuseli Noir, Nasako, Nakoba, Noir Eta, Elume, Nangoi, and Nilaze Noir Ekozi. Now you have them here. These are the family tree of Ngo. These are the family tree of Ngo Nesongo. So this means you have in Cameroon, you have some Congo tribes over there. Okay, so the thing is very clear. Even the Nigerians have Congo, Niger, Congo. So if you are a Congo, even if people hate us for that, you are a true Bana Nzambi. This means you belongs to the Son of Man, Mwena Umuntu, the first man, that many of us call Yesu. And we call him Yesaya Congo. The Mbo people in Congo, who speaks Le Congo, Basoy, Bakaka, Bakosi, Bafa, Bafun, Balong, Babong, Baneka, Bebum, and Manehas. So you have here Baneka, Bakundu, Elung. So here, if you see this map, you will find all the genealogy. Now, the Balongs originated from Congo Zaire and settled around a waterfall called Ndiba Balong. Since they loved water, the name Banduma came as where they settled there were Mbuma trees, so they called the place Banduma. The founder's name was Tangerema. Where do the Bakaka comes from? Like all Mbongo, well name of all Sawas, Bakaka comes from the Congo from ancient Egypt. Bakaka means elders. Indeed, the Mbongo were a subset of the Ngala Lingala. Emperor Mbongo and his subjects decided to leave the Congo to seek new land. The wars and the Lingala settlement being almost imploded. They crossed Gabon and striked the entire coastal border in groups and waves. Some stopped in Guinea, the Ndowe, and the Benga, others in Gabon, the Benga, a good part in the ocean, the Batanga, Mabi, etc. So, if we go to the maps, they came from here, and they started to, this is Congo Brazzaville, right? And they started to migrate to Cameroon, others settled to Gabon, and all of them went to the western part here. Now, this was the migration. But two crossroads have been created. One in Piti, where the ancestors Mbedi of Douala, Ewodi, Malimba, Pongo Songo stopped. Another in the city of Limbe, Cameroon. So Douala is here. Okay, so all this area here, in Bolowa, Lomi, Yum, Yukaduma, you see, Molundu. Some of them passed even Cameroon. Another city of Limbe, Cameroon, it is here that the ancestors of Bakundu group settled with its people. His name was Se Tukuru Mulongo. He had several songs including the creator, the subgroup Bankon, Abo and Barombi, Bafab, Kumba, and Balong, Mbanga, and Bakundu itself. And the creators of Bakundu North subgroup named Ngo and Tsongo, two brothers, these people today called Babingo Nisongo, has involved in their journey. These are the people that we are searching for. Amazed by the mountain range, he found himself around the Manenguba, Nuronangu, and Kupe mountains. Now, there would have been crossbreeding with the people found on the spot, namely the Bassa and the Bakoko, which would explain the fact that the languages of Mongo are a mixture Bongo Ngala and Nanga, that is to say Bassa Koko. Also the Bassa people in Cameroon. The little brother gave birth to 5 children who created 5 cantons. Yonen Songo e Yonen Kekem Sud. Baran Songo, Bare e Bungen Songo, or Bongon Songo, Babong tribe, King Songo, King and Songo, Bokeng tribe, and finally Kan Songo, which created the Bakaka tribe. So, this was a short history about the Cameroonians. As you can see, the only thing that the Cameroonians stay with is the name of Yaoundé, I would say. Many of them are Bantu, some of them not. And the only thing that I wish, I would pray for Cameroon. I have many friends from Cameroon. Most of them lost. Even if they try to talk about the kingdom of Yah, it sounds like a joke for them. Concentrated to the world. They are not really concentrated to do something to change the world. And if they want to change the world like a Pan-African, yeah. We are all one in Africa, here, the Bantu area. But if you go, as much you go to the south, to the west, then you will find even more mixtures. More and more mixtures. But I hope I could show you a little bit how many percentage from our people came from this area. Let me show you again one little map. Map slave trade, and you can see it from here. So you have here, this is West Africa, in Central West Africa. You will find they went from here up to the Caribbeans, okay, from Angola to the Caribbeans, and from Angola, Congo, also to Brazil. So you have here many people that came only from Congo, and then you have here 10%, 14%, 3%, 4%, 2%, 1% of people that came from the western part of Africa. Hallelujah and point. Congo is the center. Congo is the name of those people. Not Nigeria, not Cameroon, not Angola, not la 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 la. Okay? Congo is the name of all Bantu. If you talk about Bantu, you are talking about the Congo. Thank you very much. I hope I will see you soon.